I'm back again. This time it's Peachy Pale Ale, light and peachy by M&S, 330ml, 0.5% volume. Let's give it a try. And Peachy Pale Ale it is. And I'll just quickly go over the scoring for anyone new to the channel. I should really know this by now, having done 8-9 videos before. But we've got scores out of 10, so it's 50 in total, 5 categories: look, smell, taste, mouthfeel, and price. And the big one at the end, would I buy it again? And this week, it's one that I picked up in town, Peachy Pale Ale. And back in my drinking days, I used to love these in summer, or maybe in winter if I was having one or two. I'd love to crack open maybe like an orange flavour or peachy flavoured drink. And not really too much to tell about it. So, according to the can, bright with a smooth, biscuity malt, oats and refreshing peach flavour. Enjoy with Thai-inspired salads, hard cheeses, or desserts. I couldn't think of anything worse than drinking a beer with a dessert, but each to their own, of course. Crafted in Berkshire with citrus hops and a renegade mindset. And absolutely looks lovely. So, only one thing to do, and that's to get stuck in. Oh, hurt my nail there. And as always, I've only got one can, so if I pour this badly, it's going to be a disaster. Here goes. Now, one of my mates watched my videos and he was slagging off my glass, so maybe I should... Oh, not a big head on this one. I don't think that was my fault. Yeah, my mate was slagging off my glass. What do you think? I like this glass. So here we go. I'll see if there's anything else. I always download some notes as well before. But not too much, I guess, to go into that will be new for everyone. Brewed at the Renegade Brewery in the UK, down in Berkshire. £1.65 for a can, which ain't too bad, I guess. And yeah, not too much to add from what I originally said. I guess the last thing to do is have a drink. So here goes. So I'll have a taste, maybe a few scoofs of this, a few sips, and I'll see what I think. It smells absolutely lovely. I really like that. It could do with a bit of a head, but I really do enjoy it. I was going to say, are these a bit like Marmite, you know, where folk will just think peach in a beer? There's absolutely no way I'm drinking that. I've got a few mates that would never even touch this, even if it was free and had alcohol in it. I just think with them, a beer's a beer, and when you start putting peaches and oranges and apricots into them, yeah, it somehow diminishes the value of it. But let's give it another sip. I think that's lovely. I really do. And I think you could have quite a few of them. You know, with the IPAs, I know it's a peach pale ale, but the Indian pale ale sometimes, you know, really, really strong taste to them, unique flavours, but it's quite light, you know, and it's not like a peach cocktail. It's just got a nice kind of peachy aftertaste, and I think with the taste of the beer, it's just excellent. It's really good. But let's go to the scores. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the scores for the Peachy Pale Ale. And as I mentioned before, 5 categories out of 10. Firstly, the look, and I'm going to give it a 4. And before I gave it a 4, I went on trusty ChatGPT and asked, should it have a head? Would I expect a head? And apparently it should. And I think after looking at the clip during the break there, I definitely poured it all right. So unfortunately, I'd started it out as a 5, I hummed and had, and I have to give it a 4. Although the colour looks nice in that, you know, I want a little head on my beer. You know, I think it's just an expectation. So maybe 4 is a bit harsh, I don't know, let me know in the comments. But for smell, I'm still sticking with my 8. It really smells nice. You can still smell the beer, a bit of peach. I wouldn't want it to be too overwhelming with the peach smell, but it's just a hint of it there. And like I say, if you're sitting drinking this in the summer, and you got that peach smell with the beer, I think it would be excellent. And the taste, I'm still sticking to my 8. It's really, really good. It says it's got peach syrup in it, but I think it's just got a nice hint of it. It's not too powerful, and I think if it tasted too much of peach, it would put me off after a couple of sips. But as I mentioned before, I think I could drink quite a few of these sitting outside in the sun, so it's going to stick with the 8. The mouthful as well, a good 8. Every time I take a sip, I want another one, so a solid 8 on that one. And the price, £1.65. What can you really get for £1.65 these days? And for those who are not familiar with M&S, which is Marks and Spencer's, it's kind of like a posh supermarket in the UK. It does a lot more, like clothes, etc. But when you go to Marks and Spencer's, everything's a bit more expensive, sometimes a lot more expensive. But to pay £1.65 for one of these, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to give it an 8 as well. And the big one, would I buy it again? I think I definitely would. If I was going to a barbecue or even just sitting at home, I think it would be a great one, but mostly so in the summer. And it's summer just now, and I could easily see myself going into Marks and Spencer's, picking up 4 of these and going to the park and enjoying them. So yeah, a solid score for Peachy Pale Ale by M&S. And there we have it, another alcohol-free pale ale reviewed. And I hope I wasn't being too harsh giving it 36 out of 50, but I still think it deserves a 4 out of 10 for Luke. But anyway, if you enjoyed this review, we've got many more to come. Every Monday, every Friday I'm releasing a video. I think I've got about 8 or 9 as I record this in the bank for you to watch in the playlists. But please hype, like, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one as always. Take care.